What's up guys, Zcan207 here, and I know that I did a combo tutorial, but I kind of want to do also like a little bit of the boons and an explanation of what they do. So I'll go to the codex and show you history bonuses. They're actually called boons, but I'll read out the description. Hit streak boons are temporary buffs to your run through a hell. The boons activated when your hit streak reaches a certain threshold, and they remain active as long as you keep the hit streak. Tip: not all boons are locked from the start. Complete hells to get them all. So now, these are sigils. Sigils are not boons, okay? They are not hit streak boons. These ones are different, okay? Now I'll do a different tutorial for the sigils, alright? But right now we're doing hit streak boons. So the first one you unlock is Enduring Fury. It is the first hit streak boon. It becomes available after completing Voke. Voke is this hell right here. Voke is like the first hell, but you know the first hell is a tutorial, but you know, we'll it's pretty much the first level. So what this one does is when your hit streak reaches 6, the rate at which your fury fades slow down. So when you have this boon, instead of it going down, think about it as like a kind of like a math equation. It's not going, the rate isn't going down to 100%, it's going down by 15%, sorry, 50%. So it's going down half the rate, so it slows down, it keeps it up, so you don't have to, you know, hit streaks over and over and over. And as you can see on tip, it explains it. Enduring Fury won't increase your Fury gain, but it'll keep it from fading as quickly. So it's going to slow it down, you gotta keep it up, but it's gonna let it flow a little bit slower, so you don't lose it as fast. Now the faster ultimate gain is the second hit streak boon. It becomes available after completing Stygia. Stygia is the one right here. Oh, oops, I forgot. Stygia is this one right here. It's this hell, it's the red one. I'm pretty sure when you play it costs this, you will earn another boon totem, and I'll tell you how actual people use it. They actually, it's not an exploit, but it's actually pretty cool. So what this one does is that if your ultimate is on cooldown, switch weapons to build for another weapon's ultimate. So basically, it charges whatever you want, okay? The sword is really good for this. You know, the one that you start off with. You start off with the pistols. No, not the pistols. You start off with the sword and Paz, which is a skull. But if you have the sword, you can also hit demons with it. And if you switch to a weapon, it'll give it all that charge, which is actually pretty cool. But then we'll have the Deluge Rush. Now, Deluge Rush is the third hit streak boon. It becomes available after completing Encostus. When your hit streak reaches 22, you gain a bonus to dash damage. The boon remains active as long as you keep the hit streak. So if you lose, if you get hit, or if you lose your hit streak, boom, it's gone. All these boons will leave. It does not matter if you dash into somebody and you get hurt. If you take damage or if you lose it, it's gone. It doesn't matter. You have to work all the way back up to get that boon. But dashing is good for traversal as well as getting out of a jam. But with this boon, you can take on some devils. Now, some devils are going to be the one with the shields. If you dash into an enemy with the shield, it's going to get rid of it. It's not going to get rid of it, it's going to stun him, okay? I probably shouldn't say it's going to get rid of it, but it's going to stun him. It's going to back him up. They're going to be in like a weird slouching position. Then you can just go to town on him. And with the Hell Crows, which is the boomerangs, if you actually hit him, it'll re-stun him. I think for a maximum of 3 times, and then he'll go back to his normal form, but that's how you stun him. Now, Explosive Slaughters is the 4th hit streak boon, and it's the last one. It becomes available after completing the hill. When your hit streak reaches 30, your slaughters become area-damaging explosions. The boon remains active as long as you keep your hit streak. Explosive Slaughters can take out groups of enemies at one go, earning you extra score for multi-kills. Now, what some people do, and I'll give you a good example. If you look at Edgar, let's go to Stygia right here. If you go to Edgar Rector, he has 15,135, while my record is 14,000. Now, the reason for that is that it's about the combos. Okay, he played the whole game, and then he restarted and played every map besides Nihil. If you don't beat Nihil, you won't get this hit streak boon, which is what some people do. Because right here, Devil's Flight, Slower, Jump... Sorry, not Slower. There's Double Slaughter and Death from Above. Now, if you have Explosive Slaughter and you have the weaker enemies, if you hit the floor, it's gonna damage them, and if you shoot them, it's gonna instantly kill them. Now, if you don't have the explosive slaughter, you can shoot an enemy, stun him, slaughter, and then slaughter again, and you won't have to worry about the other enemies. You won't have to worry about their health because you don't have explosive slaughter. And if you watch his gameplay, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to get copyright, what he'll do is that he'll shoot two enemies right next to each other. He'll do death from above again, which will give him two death from above, which is another 8,000 points, and double slaughter. That's how it works. He stacks two combos because he doesn't have explosive slaughter. Because it won't kill him, because it can't kill him because he doesn't have the area damage boon. It's actually pretty cool, but I'm kind of mad because I can't get my record. But I'm going to show you a gameplay of how the hit streak boons work, so you can get an understanding of how it flows, how it works. So I'm going to show you all the gameplay of it. I'll leave timestamps, or I'll put text on the thing showing you which boons I'm going over. I'm going to do it in order, but of course I'll put them on there in case you need a little bit more help, or in case you need help understanding. I'm going to show you a good example. Look at how fast your meter drops, okay? You seen how fast it's going? I have no hit streak bonus. Okay, this is me starting off the game, and look at how slowly it drops. I'll probably put a timer on it, I don't know. But now I'm going to show you with the timer maxed out and with the hit streak boon. Just in case. You see it? Look at how much slower it drops. So it's not as fast as last time. It's a lot more slower. So you have more time to do this, like this. You can use paths to run around and keep your boost up. And you can also do it when you don't have the hit streak boon. So if you don't have it yet, or if you lost it, use paths, because paths will always keep your boon up, even if you're not shooting anybody. Look, you can hit it good, or you can hit it perfect, and it'll go up by a little bit if it's good. And even if you miss, it won't be as bad. Alright? So don't worry about your hit streak. If you have paths, just use him. Because if you don't have the boon yet, you'll be fine. I want to show you how fast it refills your power meter, okay? You seen how it's filling up a little bit faster? Boop, there we go. It's been maxed out. And then what you can do, because this is a pistol weapon, and it's the only pistol weapon, but you can place this down, switch to your other weapon, that'll stay active, and you'll be able to charge up this specialist while you have this specialist out. That's what I'm saying. If you watch my world record runs, you'll see that I 100% of the time use both. Now this is going to be deadly or dash. Watch this. You seen how they're taking damage? Now I'll show you what happens if you don't have it. So I'm going to lose my boon. You see how minor it is? That's why you use that boon. And since we're doing this, I'm going to show you the difference of the slaughters. Watch this. Select no explosion. No explosion. No explosion. No explosion. No explosion. I do not have the boon yet. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when you have the boon. So I'm going to charge up my hit streak. Watch this. You see that? He took damage even though I didn't even attack him yet. You see that? And how it has that like little area of effect. Now this is what they do. They'll get two enemies like that, hit them, and then stun the next one, or they'll have them stunned. But when you don't have that boon, that's what happens. I'm gonna use these two as an example. So you'll have two little guys. Oh, okay. I guess we'll keep this out as a blooper. That's a fat L. Okay, let me start recording when I actually get good. 2 seconds later, I found the perfect explanation. So, explosive slaughters. See that? You don't have to worry about the explosive slaughter killing any of the enemies. So look, you don't have to worry about it. But you have to start worrying about it when you get it. Now that's how Edgar Rector has made his 1 million advance point gain compared to mine because he doesn't have this explosive slaughter. So he's able to stack multiple slaughters at the same time and not have to worry about killing any of the smaller enemies. And he can bank more points because he doesn't have the explosive slaughter. So I hate it that I can't beat him just because of that, but it's smart. So I will give him all the credit because that is really smart. How the boon system works and how you unlock them and the different ways you can use it, and then just a little bit of info about it. And I obviously showed you the difference of the deadlier dash and how the hit streak boon makes it a lot slower. I can't really show the faster ultimate gain because I mean, you can keep an eye on the deadlier well, when I'm doing the enduring fury part or when I'm just shooting the demons in general, but I can't really track it because I'm not a modder, so I don't know. But for explosive slaughter, it's a cool trick. But yeah, that's just gonna be like my 5-minute guide to the whole boons and how to use them or what they do exactly, and that's pretty much just gonna be it. Yeah, that